Chapter 13. Laurie to Jail. Laurie Jean woke up the next morning behind bars. There were 2 inmates in the jail cell with her. They were named Head Basher and Blood Drinker. Laurie Jean tried to start a conversation with them.
"So, what do you like on your Big Macs?"
Laurie Jean asked. "Blood from fat cellmates," said Blood Drinker. Laurie Jean let out a sigh of relief.
"Thank God I'm only 435 pounds,
Laurie Jean said to herself. Then Laurie Jean heard an officer. "Lunchtime!" Laurie Jean's heart began to beat twice as fast when she heard this. Both of the inmates stared at her. Laurie Jean began to drool and her stomach sounded like a roaring volcano. The officer then unlocked the door to let them go eat. As the other inmates were walking to lunch, Laurie Jean ran through and flattened them like a pancake. She finally made it to the lunch line. Laurie Jean held out her tray and was given sludge and a gelatinous cube of mystery meat. The lunch lady looked at the door, then back at Laurie Jean. Laurie Jean's tray was completely empty and there was no sign of food ever being on the tray. The lunch lady put the sludge back on Laurie Jean's plate, thinking that she missed it, blinked, and then the food was gone again. This repeated about 20 times before the lunch lady ran out of food.
"This is almost as good as McDonald's,"
Laurie Jean said, astounded, as she walked to her seat in the cafeteria. When Laurie Jean got to her seat, there were 10 other inmates playing cards.
"Can I play?"
asked Laurie Jean. "Beat it, fatso," said one of the inmates. Laurie Jean lifted up her shirt and all 10 of the inmates grabbed forks and knives and cut open their throats. All the prison guards watched in fear. Later that night, Laurie Jean ate the entire cafeteria and was ready for bed. She sat down on her bunk. It snapped in half and collapsed on the floor from her weight. She then slept on the floor instead. Throughout the night, she dreamed of eating at McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Golden Corral, White Castle, Dairy Queen, McDonald's again, White Castle again, Wendy's 3 more times, a Chinese buffet, Taco Bell 2 more times, and finally they traveled all the way to California for an Out Burger.
Chapter 14. Rescuing Laura Jane. Teresa walked up to the prison's front desk to bail Laura Jane out. Everyone hid when she walked into the building because they thought a hippo was on the loose. Teresa went up to the front desk and sat her arm on it. It broke. She then began to talk to the front desk man.
"Hey, Baldy! How much does it cost to bail out my fat friend Laurie Jean?"
The front desk man looked over at where his computer used to be before Teresa broke it, then said,
We don't want her. Just give me $5 and you can have your friend back."
Teresa's face began to turn red.
$5? $5?! That's how much I make working at the Y! This is so stupid!
Teresa chucked her 8-liter Mountain Dew can on the floor and stormed out of the office. Teresa went out to the Can't Help It bus and got Jesse and baby Jesse.
"You 2 are gonna help me get Laurie Jean back!"
Teresa walked up to the front desk with Jesse and baby Jesse.
"So, you're still gonna make me pay bail money, right?"
said Teresa.
"Sorry, ma'am, but it's prison policy."
Jesse bit off his head. The man's headless corpse fell to the ground as it was spewing out blood. Baby Jesse was biting down on the prison guard's neck. Each individual tooth mark was shooting out blood. Teresa grabbed the cell key off the dead prison guard and opened up Laura Jane's cell. 2 prison guards chased down Teresa, but Jesse pounced onto them and ripped out their hearts. Laura Jane, Teresa, Jesse, and baby Jesse got in the Can't Help It bus and drove off.
"I was thinking we could celebrate by going to McDonald's,"
said Teresa. So the 4 of them went to McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Golden Corral, Gold Star Chili, Skyline, White Castle, McDonald's 2 more times, and back to Wendy's. Laura Jane and Teresa went back to Camp Help It, but everything was destroyed. They decided it was time to rebuild parts of the camp with the money they got from the cash register at McDonald's. They ordered a bunch of torture devices on Amazon. They decided that if they wanted more kids to come, that they should build a playground. They even ordered an above-ground pool. They thought that wasn't enough, so they robbed a bank and then came back. They completely redid the entire campsite. If you want to listen to the rest of the audiobook and find the digital copy of the book, make sure to click on the links in the description and to like and subscribe.